Now, interviewing head coach Buddy Jennings is Raider News sports reporter Alan Shell.
Today, Raider News is here with Coach Buddy Jennings, the head coach of the Lawrence football team, which recently won the state 4A championship. I'm glad you to be with us here today, Coach Jennings.
Thank you, Alan. I'm glad to be here.
Did you think you had the potential to win the state championship this year?
I'd love to say we thought at the beginning of the year we were going to be state champions, Alan, but in all honesty, no, we did not think we'd be state champions. We were seriously doubted when we broke camp if we'd be region champions. We knew we had some stiff competition in the form of Easley and Hillcrest, and we thought to repeat as region champions this year would be a great feat. So that was our number one goal, and of course we felt like any time you get in the playoffs, everybody has a chance to win the state. You have to be extremely lucky and play very well for 4 weeks. So I don't think anybody really looking in the season says we're definitely going to be state champions, but we're very happy that we turned out to be state champions, but we didn't feel that way at the beginning, no.
With a 13-1 record, which game did you feel was the hardest for the Raiders to go up against?
Well, playoff-wise, I think probably playing Easley for the second time was very difficult for us because we'd beaten them earlier and had really not played well, although we beat them earlier, and we knew they had a very fine ball team. They were hot. They'd beaten Pickens and a very fine Northwestern team. So that was probably one of our bigger problems. The state championship game at Walterboro, we didn't play that well. We had a lot of yards offensively and didn't give them many yards offensively. So, well, we didn't score any points. So they gave us a tough time. But in regular season, of course, we'd have to say Clinton, which beat us in overtime in a very good ball game at Clinton.
What were some of the outstanding qualities of players that led them to being the championship team?
Well, every year we sit down and talk with our players, and I think it's the same thing that makes outstanding students or outstanding anything else. It's people that are willing to work and are dedicated to a cause and set goals for themselves and are not afraid to put in the time and effort necessary to attain those goals. And we certainly had that this year on our football team. We had people that were very unselfish, people that didn't mind working, and people that had goals and objectives and wanted to reach them very badly. So I think those ingredients, and regardless of when we talk about outstanding students at our high school or outstanding teachers or anything else outstanding, those qualities pop into my mind. I think they were certainly evident in our football team this year.
Winning the championship will be a hard act to follow, and what do you think of the chances 1984 will be with some of the valuable players graduating this year?
Well, you know, we lost 17 starters last year, and of course we are losing some fine people this year. Our two defensive tackles, Anthony Downs and Bill Martin, are gone. We'll lose Tim Norris at free safety. Will be gone out of the secondary, along with Lee Dixon, Randy Mann, and Mike Lattimore, and Calvin Hill at linebacker. So we're losing some good people defensively. Offensively, we're losing Ricky Foggy and Lonnie Pulley. We're losing our flankers in Willie Dial and Frank Cunningham, and one of our offensive tackles, which is Anthony Downs, and one of our ends, Mike Turner. So we're losing 6 people on one side of the ball and 5 on another. It's very hard to replace those people, but our goals will be the same as they were this year, and that is to be region champions. And if our people are willing to work, then we certainly have a chance to repeat, I think, as region champions. But it takes a lot of work, and not always does the most talented team win, and that's what we preach to our kids. If they want to work and get after it, then we thought we had just as good a chance to repeat as region champions next year as we did this year.
One last question. A lot of people are always wondering, you wore your shorts all season long, and they sort of wonder if it's a good luck charm.
Well, not necessarily for me, and I freeze to death out there in those shorts, but the players, you know, sometimes we say we're not superstitious, but we get little rituals going, and even though we say we're not superstitious, we don't want to break that ritual for fear that something bad will happen. So they feel more strongly about them, I believe, than I do. And of course, there's a good number of people who come out of the stands every week and say, "Oh, Coach, don't change your shorts. Keep them, you know, get you some long underwear, but wear your shorts." So I told them next year I may start out in long pants and finish in long pants. It gets kind of nippy out there at times.
Well, we thank you for being here with us today, Coach Jennings, and we wish you the best of luck next year.
Thank you very much, Al.
This is Alan Shell with Raider News.